Good afternoon, Nqobile. I understand that today you followed the youth as they went into Sandton City Mall along with Nqobile. What exactly is at the heart of this action that they took today?
Well, Fundo, from what we know at this point is that the youth is saying that they have applied for jobs and they have qualifications for jobs, but at this point they are not finding jobs. I mean, we know that the country is already experiencing high unemployment rate, and of course young people at this point are the ones that they're finding themselves without jobs. So today we found ourselves in Sandton City, where Nqobile, of course, joined by the youth, from our understanding mostly from Alexandra as well as Soweto. That's where they were basically singing and also at the same time delivering their CV. They're saying that this is very important because they feel that at this point the employment ratio in terms of South Africans as well as foreigners is not exactly according to what it's supposed to be. They feel that South Africans are at the end where they're not receiving jobs because of the higher ratio of employment of foreigners. Of course, these are allegations. It's something that they will go on to understand further as they do more into their investigations, of course. And as we speak to the Department of Labour, we'll find out if that is the case, but we are still reaching out to them. But today, for sure, we spoke to Nqobile, and Nqobile says to us, this is very difficult, of course, for the youth, and therefore they would like answers, but for now they are delivering CVs. Let's listen in.
Here to remind South Africa what's happening here is happening in other malls across the country. We are here to remind South Africans owning businesses, employing foreigners, be it illegal or legal. And I must start with saying that young South Africans don't have a problem with foreigners. They are our brothers and sisters, in particular those that are African. We love them with everything, but sisterhood and brotherhood is not going to be an excuse to leave South Africans behind in their own country. Yes. So the message is simple. The young people have brought their CVs, they showed will. These CVs are going to be shared with the business owners here at Sandton City in the mall. In particular, the restaurant space and the retail space. Because the restaurant space and the retail space are low-skill jobs. You're not required to build a helicopter. It's a low-skill job. Bring plate, take plate.
You know, Nqobile, if somebody didn't have an appreciation of how deep-rooted this problem is, you've got young people who actually have qualifications that have gathered in their numbers here. Today we see that there's a lot of people who are unemployed. How long of a period have they given the restaurant industry to employ the locals, or at least get back to them?
Well, initially they said 6 months. This was how long they were going to give the restaurant owners, of course, to go back into their books as well and look if this ratio is exactly what they're saying it is. But at this point, they've decided that 3 months is the right time to be given to the restaurant owners. Otherwise, of course, they're saying that they will be returning, and whilst they return, it might not be as kind as they were today. So in a way, this was like a warning shot, and of course, going forward, then they will take further steps. But they were just saying that as young South Africans, this is very difficult for them. A lot of South Africans, Nqobile even going as far as telling us that some of those young people that were there did not know what they were going to eat tonight. And so this is very important because going forward, they need these jobs. I even asked him if he's saying then that people must be taken out of job for South Africans to be given the job. And he said it's not the case, but what they want is fair. They want everything to be fair. They're not saying that people must not be employed, but they're saying South Africans must come first. They feel at this point that the South African voice is drowning as a result. They are the ones coming out and speaking out, and they feel at this point that South African young people are finding themselves in prisons doing things that are wrong. He even said that if you were to go into a prison, you'll see more numbers of South African young people in there purely because they don't have much to do. And at this point, they're finding that a lot of young people will go towards crime, and because they can't at this point, at this time, afford what they need to afford, helping out their families and so on. So he was saying that this is a warning shot. This is where they start, but in 3 months' time they will return, and they hope that by that time Sandton City would have gone back and would have also come back to them with regards to these jobs.
All right. Nqobile, thank you very much for that update. That's our reporter, Nqobile Madlala.